My name is Matthew Peters. Welcome to San Andrés, Peten, and the Parque Ecológico Nueva Juventud, or the New Youth Ecological Park. This is a project that we've been working on since 2002. So for 7 years now, we've been working here in this ecological park. Part of my history on how I came to San Andrés is in 1999. I came to San Andrés as a Peace Corps volunteer. Peace Corps is an American program to send volunteers from the United States to other countries for a 2-year period. So from 1999 to 2001, I worked with Peace Corps. And during that time, I was assigned to work with much larger organizations in Flores that dealt with bigger issues with the Mayan Biosphere Reserve. And luckily during that, I was able to find this area here, which is a public area owned by the government. And they let me work here and do my own thing. So I just started planting trees out here, building some trails. And then at the end of my time, I kind of felt like I could do a lot more. So I asked the local government if they would put this land in my name as a concession. I would come back and try and maintain it as an ecological reserve. So the local community put this land in my name as a concession. I came back in 2002 to start this project, and we started reforestating the entire area to turn it into a nice green area for the region.
Why do you think it's so special here? What's the special of this nature here?
The importance of this area is, well, it's one of the last areas where tropical rainforest could exist. When I came here 10 years ago, most of this entire region was all still forested. Even everything around San Andrés was much forested. And when I first started working on here, people were like, why are you working in this abandoned piece of land where there are no trees? I said, well, we're going to plant trees and it's going to grow. And in the entire region, where it's all been converted into cattle fields over the past 3 or 4 years. So it's even more important now because it's one of the last areas of intact forest in the region. And then it also can show the rest of the world and pretend that even if you destroy a forest, it can come back and become a productive rainforest again if you manage it properly.
How many volunteers come here each year?
We have about 120 to 130 volunteers a year participate in our program. Volunteers stay anywhere from 2 weeks up to 12 weeks. The majority stay about 5 weeks with us. And they can focus now on all different types of activities, helping us to maintain the ecological park, working in local schools, working in our community library, and participating in other types of community projects.
And how far is the school connected to this project?
So when I first started working, I was only interested in the environment. That was my only mission, was to plant trees and to try and get a forest back. I didn't really want to work with people. I just wanted to work with trees. So I spent about 2 full years just out here, just working with volunteers and planting trees and planting trees and planting trees. But I wasn't getting that much of a reaction from the local community. They have many other problems and many other issues that they think are more important than the environment. So once our project started to grow and we got more volunteers and we had more funding, instead of using that money here in the park, I started to go to schools to see how I could help schools. So we started fixing up schoolrooms, fixing up desks, putting in whiteboards, building schools, getting schools. Many of the children in the town connect very quickly and easily to the library. So for a full 1.5 years of my life, I just dedicated to building a library for the community. And then last year we dedicated all last year to building 2 full schools for the community. Career in one of the schools that focuses on natural resource management. So now I have 26 students of my own for the next 3 years, and every year we'll have more and more students and their areas as well. Our project is financed primarily just by volunteers. So volunteers come and participate in our program, and they pay a contribution. So that contribution pays for their housing, for food, for the activities, and it also pays for all of our other projects, the park, the libraries, building schools, and funding this new career that we're teaching this year in the schools. And then we get a very small percentage from just my parents and sisters and brothers and other family members that give donations every year to help me run all this. We'll go look at that in a bit, but my management plan here is I'm just trying to get a canopy. So I plant anything, any tree that's growing, I'll let grow. We'll put in tree species that have been taken out. Probably about 20 years ago, a lot of tree species were taken out of the area. So we're trying to reintroduce those to this area. But everything is native that we're planting. And my only goal is just to get things to grow and provide shade. So we're just trying to get to see